Hello, world. I hope I find you in high spirits and open to new possibilities. Welcome to Become, the podcast that pushes you towards your greatness. A perfect moment to rewrite those inner agreements that align with your current values and goals. Let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, you are passionate. You see, when you're somebody who's focused and you want to pursue those things that wake you up at night or that wake you up the next morning, ready to take on any challenges, any experience, you're going to create some new results. So I'm here to remind you, stay passionate, which is why today's theme is on obsession. See, there's a negative connotation around obsession. When we think of obsession, we think of somebody who is not mentally stable or not emotionally stable. I mean, we can go all day about what somebody that is obsessive looks like. But really, when you step into the world of entrepreneurship, personal development, personal transformation, leadership development, you recognize that obsession is actually a gift. See, if you're somebody who tends to be extreme about stuff that brings you happiness, then this is a perfect moment to value that. Because what we don't see is that extreme obsessiveness is coming from this extreme belief in the possibility that you can create something extraordinary, something big. So growing up, I've always had this passion about me. Whatever I put my mind to, I do it obsessively. I think about it all day. I want to do it all day. I want to practice all day. And that came with a lot of backlash growing up. You see, friends would tell me, Stan, you look frustrated. In Spanish, we would say, tú estás frustrado, loco. Yeah. And those moments in my life were crucial because hearing that caused me to minimize myself, to minimize how I feel about those things that I desire and those things that I love to do. So yes, when I learn something new, I'm obsessive about it. If I'm learning about a particular animal, I want to learn more about this animal because something about it is opening up something in me. And it feels good, it's joyful, and it fills me with energy. So if you're somebody who tends to be obsessive with your art, even at work, just in whatever you do, there's going to be moments where people are going to tell you to relax or to take it easy. You need rest. You look stressed. And you want to evaluate that. You see, you don't want to minimize your experience. I've been in situations where I was told that I'm thinking too deeply, that I was asking too many questions, that I was looking into a conversation too deeply, always trying to find the hidden messages when the conversation was actually simple. And for a long time, I let that tarnish the way I was showing up in the world. So I would play this game as if I was not trying to converse deeper or to discover more. And that created bitterness in me. And it created a false persona that eventually I had to break out of. Because what I was doing was just making everybody else comfortable and making myself smaller. So if you're somebody who's obsessive, look at the definition of obsessive, right? Take a look at it and see the fine line in the definition of it. See, obsession is not a negative thing. Obsession is a way of being. Obsession is having this deep love, this deep passion for discovering more. of what it is that you love, of what it is that energizes you. Being obsessive about meaning, about growth, about truth isn't a flaw. The world may try to quiet that in you, to flatten how profound you are, because they want you to fit in those shallow spaces that you don't fit in. And you need to realize that the people that create impact and who live with purpose are the ones who transform lives, transform perspective, how people see themselves, how people see the world. So if you're normally inclined to dig deeper, to ask those deeper questions, I encourage you to do so. Because when you don't, here's what happens. We create these ways of being that don't work. You become silent. You suppress what you feel. You suppress what you think. You knowing that you're intuitive and knowing that you got stuff to say, and the stuff that you need to say are important. And the actions that you're willing to put into pursuing something is valuable. So you don't have to minimize that. You see? So what you want to do is build a strong connection with being courageous. Be courageous about those things that you are passionately involved in. You want to be authentic. You see? Because as I'm pretty sure you hear often, you attract like-minded individuals who are going to remind you every time, hey, don't minimize yourself. If you're really passionate about this thing, keep going. Don't minimize yourself, because you help us also stay in track. You hear that? So here's what I want to give to you. A challenge, as usual. My challenge to you is going to be curiosity. Get curious about when you find yourself not being at your highest, when you know you want to be obsessive about this thing. Ask yourself why. What's holding you back? And often it's because we let those voices minimize us. Until now. So that's your challenge. Tap into curiosity and let yourself be obsessive about those things that you love, even if you're doing this thing every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that something here stuck with you. And again, if it did, don't just take it intellectually, put it into action. And as I like to say, I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.